Google I/O 2026 dropped 3 Chrome updates for AI coding agents. Google ranks them 1, 2, 3. I ran all 3 against a solopreneur stack. Headless Chrome, Playwright, nightly scrapers on a home server, and the ranking flipped completely. If you're running lead Intel scrapers, invoicing bots, or any Playwright job on a small stack, most breakdowns skip you entirely because they're written for agencies building web apps. I tested each update on 14 broken scrapers last week. Real numbers, real failures. I'm Lazar. I ship this stuff for clients daily. Here's what actually moved the needle. Let's start with what Google ranks number 1, Modern Web Guidance. This is a spec document telling AI coding agents how to build web experiences the modern way. Accessibility, performance budgets, semantic HTML. It's genuinely useful if you're an agency shipping React apps for enterprise clients. If you're a solopreneur running headless scrapers to pull lead Intel at 2 a.m., it does nothing. You're not building sites, you're consuming them. Skip. 0 minutes saved, $0 saved. Rank on a solopreneur stack. 3. Dead last. Number 2 on Google's list. Chrome DevTools protocol upgrades for agents. The pitch is cleaner, APIs, for AI agents to drive a browser. Sounds great on paper. Here's what happens in practice on a home server running headless Chrome nightly. The new agent-oriented endpoints add fingerprintable signals to outbound traffic. I hit this on a lead scraper last week. A target site that had been happy for 6 months started serving me a Cloudflare challenge on every 3rd request. Turned out the updated DevTools handshake was leaking a header pattern that fingerprinting services already flagged. I had to patch it out with a Playwright launch flag and a header override. Cool protocol if you're building an agent product. Google endorses. Actively harmful if you're a one-person shop trying to stay under the radar. Rank on my stack too, and only because it's fixable. Now the update Google buried at number 3. AI assistance inside DevTools itself. You open the console, right-click a broken element, and an AI panel explains why the selector broke, what the DOM changed to, and gives you a working replacement. That's it. Small feature, buried in the keynote. Here's what it did to my week. I had 14 scrapers across 2 client projects throwing selector errors after target sites pushed layout updates. Old workflow, open the failing page, inspect the DOM, diff against my stored selector, guess at the new path, test, repeat. Average time per broken scraper, 22 minutes. New workflow with the DevTools AI panel. Paste the error. Let it inspect the current DOM. Get a suggested selector. Verify. Ship. Average time. Footfall. Across 14 scrapers. That's 4 hours and 12 minutes back in one afternoon. Rank on my stack, 1. Not close. So here's the pattern. Official rankings from big keynotes optimize for the customer Google wants to serve. Agencies building web apps, enterprise coding teams, framework maintainers. If you're running a 1 to 10 person shop that consumes the web instead of building it, the ranking almost always inverts. The flashy update is irrelevant. The buried tooling update is the one that gives you back an afternoon. One practical takeaway you can use today. If you run any Playwright or Puppeteer job, stop debugging broken selectors by hand. Open Chrome DevTools on the failing page, use the AI assistance panel, and feed it your old selector plus the error. You'll get a working replacement in under a minute in most cases. Do this the next time a scraper breaks and time yourself. If you're above 10 minutes per fix, you're wasting billable hours. Hot take. The AI coding agent narrative from I/O is aimed at teams of 20 plus with a dedicated platform engineer. For the actual majority of builders, solopreneurs, two-person agencies, ops leads at small companies. The real value from these keynotes is always the tooling side notes, never the headline. Watch the last 10 minutes of the keynote, skip the first 50. If you're running scrapers, invoicing bots, or any Playwright job for your business and want the exact DevTools prompts and Playwright launch flags I use to keep this stack alive, that workflow is baked into what we ship for clients at BizflowAI.io. Hit subscribe and ring the bell so the next tear down lands in your feed. And if you've got a workflow you want automated end-to-end, book a free 30-minute discovery call at BizflowAI.io. I'll tell you honestly if it's worth automating.